All right, guys, this is the final conclusion to the culvert job. Pulling traps today. So you see the water level. Both culverts are clear. Water's going out right there. On that right-hand side, plenty of water flow coming out. A recap for everybody that hasn't been following along. Yes, I shaved. Look different than all the other videos. Don't worry, it'll come back in time. But back to this. A recap. First day that we got here, water was above all of this. Water was actually flowing out into the road up there. You can kind of see where it was washing over. It was washing out behind me over the road back here. So a big mess. Both culverts were stopped up. The water was up to this little rock right here. Couldn't even see the culverts. Cleared it out several times. Well, okay, so I cleared it out twice. And over the course, so the first day I came over here, cleaned it all out, got the water flowing, put my traps in, had like 9 traps out here altogether. And it stayed here, I want to say, from a Thursday until, or Wednesday until Friday. I came back, everything was fine. If I remember correctly, that was the timeline. That was the timeline, if I remember correctly. Everything was fine. I was going out of town that weekend, so I pulled my traps, and then I came back the following Thursday. That following Thursday, they were plugged up again. So in a week's time, called the property owner, told him what had happened, and he had said that the Thursday before I got there, which would have been a week before I got there, he cleaned them out again. So that told me every week, about every 5 or 7 days, they're coming back to plug these things up. So once I got back in town, I put about 9 traps out, and I was covering every possible exit that or entrance to this area that I could. I had foot traps, body traps, everything that I had right here in this one tiny spot. Y'all remember, all of that's somebody else's property. We don't have permission to trap way over there. So all we could trap was right here. So 3 weeks goes by. 3 weeks goes by and we do not catch anything. During those 3 weeks, I go and buy cameras. I have cameras set up watching my traps, trying to figure out where these beavers are at, why they're not coming down here. Pretty much there was no action. There was no misses, no fresh sign. They hadn't tried to plug up the dam or anything. So for 3 weeks, we had nothing. I was getting ready to pull out, and then on the 3rd week, we caught our first beaver right back there, coming out of that little bitty channel right there. Caught our first one right there. So we go and we started another job, another beaver trapping job. So I pulled a bunch of my traps off of this property. Property owner then told me that he had problems at the other end of this property, so I moved some of my traps down there. So from week 3 to week 4, nothing happened. But the day of week 4, we caught 2 beavers right here. One coming this way and another one coming out. So 3 beavers right here. Haven't caught anything coming from this direction. So that is where we're at now. And I'm not sure if that's the wrap for this if that's all the beavers coming to plug these culverts or not. I have no idea. We don't even know where they're coming from, really. Like I said, if you go back and look at the other videos, I was walking back that way, following the creek to see if they were coming up the creek. That wasn't the case. And like I just said, I haven't caught none coming from back that way. I've only caught them coming from this direction, and that's not even, like I showed y'all the other day, it stops out here. I mean, it just dries up, very shallow. So my guess is somewhere back here on the neighbor's property is where they're holding up at. or across the highway. Across the highway, there's a big pond that I've seen a beaver in before, so that may be a thing. I'm not sure. But we've been on this property 4 weeks, and it is our time to go. It's not flooded, not blocked up. 3 beavers out of the customer's hair. The road ain't flooded no more. So I think he's happy. Hope he's happy. He'll be even happier if I go down here at the back of the property and find some more beavers in the traps. I got a few back here, not a lot, because back here at this back part of the property, it's a pretty big mess. It kind of got out of hand before he even knew something was happening back here. So we didn't get our traps in until real late back here. But we're gonna go check it out and see if we have anything today. All right, guys, we didn't have anything at the back of the property, so we went ahead and pulled all of our traps. We pulled our cameras. We let the customer know. We told the customer that we appreciated the opportunity to trap his property. He seemed very happy and appreciative for what we did. And that's a wrap. So the culvert job is complete, unless he calls us back again in a few months. There's a lot of swamp around that property, so there's definitely more beavers there. But like I say in these videos all the time, we're not trying to catch all the beavers. I'm not out there hunting every beaver. We are trying to get the ones that are just causing a problem. So if the beavers that are still there go about their business, you know, not washing away the man's driveway, then there won't be a problem. But we'll go ahead and call it at that. That's the conclusion of the culvert job. It lasted a long time. I learned a lot. It was kind of a headache. Made me scratch my head a lot. But we did have success. So, and we made the customer happy. That's what counts. Success, customer happy. That's good stuff. All right, y'all be good.